Yeah, we're talking about how it's all calm up here, but down south, they're really starting to see the effects of this hurricane. Now, Idalia, it hit yesterday with winds upwards of 120 miles per hour, brought widespread flooding to the area, causing just tremendous amounts of damage. Now, NBC's Alice Barr has the latest on Washington's response today to the disaster.
Along Florida's Gulf Coast today, survivors of Hurricane Idalia are starting to pick up the pieces of their lives. The same heart-wrenching task still underway in Maui after catastrophic wildfires. In a surprise visit to FEMA headquarters today, President Biden promising full federal support.
I'm here to make clear that our nation has your back.
But the head of FEMA on the ground today with Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has warned the agency's disaster relief fund is running dangerously low, down to $3.4 billion.
While immediate needs funding will ensure we can continue to respond to disasters, it is not a permanent solution.
President Biden urging GOP lawmakers seeking spending cuts to get on board.
We need this money done. We need this disaster relief request met. We need to do it in September.
Many Republicans oppose the proposal to link disaster relief funds to more emergency money for Ukraine. Florida Senator Rick Scott accusing the president of playing games with disaster aid. Lawmakers in both parties in Florida are pressing to restore the critical FEMA fund.
Congress needs to do its job. I have a bill in the House. Emergency managers around this country are worried about how this stuff is going to get done when there's no funds available.
Pressure mounting as the U.S. has already seen $17 billion disasters so far this year, nearly as many as in all of 2022, with months of hurricane season still ahead. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
And there we see the early look at the start of the recovery process there in Florida. And today is just the first day of what officials say could be a weeks or even months long cleanup process. Now on your screen right now is a look at just some of the damage in the northern part of the Sunshine State. Now, as of this hour, nearly 100,000 customers are still without power from the storm, and daytime thunderstorms today are hindering some of the recovery efforts along the Gulf Coast. Today, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis detailed the extent of the search and rescue efforts that are still going on in the state.
But as of last night, there were approximately 40 successful rescues made, including 29 by the Florida National Guard. Our Fish and Wildlife officers assisted with the medical evacuation yesterday, and they are conducting high water and welfare checks.
And despite the prolific amounts of damage and the widespread effects of the hurricane, thankfully no fatalities have been reported as of now, Derek and Brittany.